Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 4th of May 2024. Since it's a weekend, we would not have any revision session. Rather, we will practice more number of questions. Okay. Let's start with the session. The very first question is, recently who has been appointed as the President of Indian Vaccine Manufacturers Association? This is A option, Krishna M. Ella, who is the co-founder of Bharat Biotech. Now he leads the Indian Vaccine Manufacturers Association for the time period of 2024 to 2026. He has succeeded A. C. Poonawalla, who was basically the CEO of Serum Institute of India, and Ella aims to enhance the collaboration among the vaccine manufacturers, researchers and policymakers to expedite vaccine development and bolster the production, right? Also, it prioritizes enabling the access to affordable vaccines in developing nations. And talking about the Serum Institute of India, it pioneered the Covishield vaccine during the COVID-19 pandemic, right? So who is the new president of Indian Vaccine Manufacturers Association? This is Krishna M. Ella. Recently, which organization has sanctioned a study on the impact evaluation of the GI products? Here answer would be NABARD, that is C option. NABARD stands for the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Recently, it has sanctioned a study on the impact evaluation of the GI products to Symbiosis School of Economics. Okay. Basically, GI is a sign that is used on the products that have a specific geographical origin, and it purchases the qualities or a reputation that are due to that origin. So the protection of intellectual property through laws will actually help to reap the benefits in terms of economic growth, employment and income generation, right? So NABARD has sanctioned a study on the impact evaluation of the geographical indication products, that is the GI tag products. Recently, a variety of wheat has got the GI tag named as Kathia wheat. Can you tell me this is a product belonging to which Indian state? Please write your answer in the comment section if you remember. Next is, recently which organization has been granted Navratna status by the Department of Public Enterprises? Here answer would be IREDA. So Department of Public Enterprises has bestowed Navratna status upon the IREDA. IREDA stands for the Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited, and it was established in the year 1987 under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. And IREDA functions as a non-banking financial institution. And if you talk about the Navratna status is awarded based on some specific criteria like consistent high performance, like achieving the excellent or very good rating in different MOUs for 3 out of last 5 years, and a composite score of 60 or above in selected performance indicators. Fine. So recently IREDA has been granted the Navratna status by the Department of Public Enterprises. According to the National Council of Applied Economic Research, what is the predicted growth rate of Indian economy in 2024 to 2025? So the National Council of Applied Economic Research predicts India's economy to surpass 7% of growth this fiscal year, citing the global growth, trade acceleration and a promising monsoon. So IMF has raised India's growth forecast for 2024 to 25 to 6.8%, and this is up from 6.5%. Also, the government has revealed a data of 7.6% growth in financial year 24. Okay, correct answer is here B option, that is 7%. Next question is, the Financial Intelligence Unit recently seen in the news is a specialized agency, comes under which ministry? So Financial Intelligence Unit was established in the year 2004 under the Ministry of Finance. Okay, and why it came into news? Because recently they have issued alert indicators under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act for various sectors, including the capital markets, insurance, online payment gateways, and the cryptocurrency services. So it analyzes the suspicious financial transactions to combat money laundering and terrorism financing. Organizations like banks, stockbrokers, and insurance companies are actually mandated to register with FIUIND as reporting entities under PMLA. Okay. Here correct answer would be Ministry of Finance, that is C option. Who is our Finance Minister? Nirmala Sitharaman. Next is Hamza Yusuf, who recently announced his resignation, was the first minister of which country? If you remember, we have discussed this question few months earlier. Hamza Yusuf resigned as the Scotland's first minister and leader of the Scottish National Party after 13 months in the office. Amidst the political turmoil, his leadership faced criticism because of SNP's failed coalition with the Scottish Green, and it leads to the upcoming no confidence motion actually. Okay, so Hamza Yusuf has announced his resignation recently, and he was the first minister of Scotland country. The next one is, which organization recently released the Indian Space Situational Assessment Report 2023? So ISRO has released the Indian Space Situational Assessment Report, highlighting a rise in the space object population. So ISRO System for Safe and Sustainable Space Operation Management, which is known as IS4OM, is operational since 2022, and it ensures the ISRO's space asset safety. Globally, 3,143 objects were launched with 5 major breakup events, and India launched 127 satellites by the end of 2023 and successfully conducted 7 ISRO missions, including the Chandrayaan-3 as well as Aditya L1. So collision avoidance maneuvers increased to protect the spacecraft from the close approaches. Okay, so ISRO has released the Indian Space Situational Assessment Report recently. Next is, Tactic AI recently seen in the news is developed by which company? Here correct answer is C option, Google. The DeepMind of Google has collaborated with Liverpool Football Club to develop the Tactic AI, which is a kind of an artificial intelligence system that focuses on corner kick tactics. And this tool offers predictive and generative insights, aiding football managers in strategic decisions, and it allows the coaches to sample various player setups for corner kicks, selecting the most successful ones. So it integrates both predictive and generative components, which would overall enhance its effectiveness in tactical analysis, right? So important thing is Tactic AI has been developed by the Google company. Okay. The next one is, which organization has recently launched the Inflation Expectation Survey of Households and Consumer Confidence Survey? Here answer would be Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India has launched the Inflation Expectation Survey of Household and the Consumer Confidence Survey to inform its bi-monthly monetary policy decision. Okay, so the former gathers subjective assessment on price movements from 19 cities, collecting both qualitative and quantitative data on inflation expectation, and the latter seeks qualitative responses on economic conditions, employment, prices, income and spending. Also it spans in 19 cities. So these surveys aim to provide crucial insights for RBI's policy formulation, right? So Reserve Bank of India has launched both of these surveys. Okay. The next one is, recently there was a high level event on AMR, forging partnerships between science and policy organized. So the European Society for Clinical Microbiology and Infectious Diseases and the Global Leaders Group on AMR organized a high level event in Barcelona in the country Spain, and it aims to unite the world leaders and experts across different sectors so as to boost the political action on antimicrobial resistance. It was established in the year 2020, and the GLG advises on AMR, and it is supported by the quadripartite joint secretariat that involves the Food and Agriculture Organization, United Nations Environment Programme, World Health Organization, etc. Okay, why? To maintain the global momentum and leadership on AMR. Okay, So here correct answer would be Barcelona, Spain. You can also be asked about the location of the old Kijabe Dam. That where does this dam lie? So it lies in the country Kenya. Why it came into news? Because recently it burst and it caused deadly floods attributed to climate change and El Nino. Nearly 42 people died here in the dam breach. That's why it came into news. Okay, so you have to remember the location of old Kijabe Dam. It lies in Kenya. Which ministry recently signed a memorandum of understanding with Shakti Sustainable Energy Foundation for knowledge support on the critical minerals? Here correct answer would be Ministry of Mines, that is A option. Ministry of Mines and Shakti Sustainable Energy Foundation signed a memorandum of understanding to enhance the knowledge support for critical minerals that are crucial to India's economic growth. Not only for India's economic growth but for national security and low carbon energy transition. So this agreement was signed during the Critical Minerals Summit that took place at the India Habitat Center in New Delhi, which emphasizes the importance of beneficiation and processing capabilities, right? So Ministry of Mines has signed this MOU with Shakti Sustainable Energy Foundation for knowledge support on critical minerals. Next is, which country has recently rejected nearly 1/3 of Indian spice related shipments due to salmonella contamination? Correct answer is US here. US has rejected nearly 1/3 of shipments from MDH since October 2023 due to salmonella contamination. And salmonella is a bacteria that is found in animals' intestine and feces, and it causes gastrointestinal illness. So it spreads to humans through contact with contaminated items or animals, and salmonella can survive for weeks in dry environment and months in water. Symptoms include diarrhea, fever and stomach cramps, with severe cases requiring medical attention. Okay, so that's why US has rejected our 1/3 of spice related shipment because of the presence of salmonella. Okay, can you tell me which country has earlier reported the presence of ethylene oxide in the Indian spice products? Please write your answer in the comments. Recently, who has been re-inducted into the Target Olympic Podium Scheme core group ahead of the Paris Games? This is Deepika Kumari, that is B option. Former world number 1 archer Deepika Kumari re-inducted into the Target Olympic Podium Scheme core group for Paris Games, and TOPS is initiated by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports in the year 2014. Later it was revamped in the year 2018. Basic aim is to enhance India's Olympic and Paralympic performance. It is funded by the National Sports Development Fund and the Khelo India scheme. Actually, it identifies elite athletes through the TOPS Elite Athletes Identification Committee and provides targeted training via the Mission Olympic Cell. Okay, so here correct answer would be B option, that is Deepika Kumari. She has been re-inducted into the Target Olympic Podium Scheme core group ahead of the Paris Games. Now, apart from it, these days LSAM 20 Yard 130 is in news. Can you tell me what is it? It is ammunition cum torpedo cum missile barrage. Okay, actually it was launched and it is the 6th batch of the 11 ACTCM batch project, which is built by the MSME Shipyards Limited. Fine. So these batches were designed and built indigenously, and they would enhance operational capabilities by facilitating transportation and embarkation of ammunition. They are part of our Make in India initiative. You can be simply asked that what is this LSAM 20 or Yard 130? Your answer would be ammunition cum torpedo cum missile barrage. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.